testing. This is a different mic. It's one of my old mics that I used to use. And I'm mostly doing this as a test for ASMR gaming audio. I need it to be, somewhat decent. Let me see if I can move it in front of my mouth a little bit closer. And if I could just get a little bit further from my laptop, the loud ass fan. Yeah, hopefully that's good. It's a little better. Like, obviously for this video, I could just copy it like that, and this would sound pretty good, right? But the problem is that also covers my mouth. So you kind of just get this boring little face that's got a wobbly mouth. So I move my hands and got a little bit of lip movement back. Now, you may have noticed my hair is white. Looks kind of nice, right? I used to have the intention of creating different hair colors depending on the thing I was working on, and I never got around to doing that. So I've started doing that. And so this white hair is gonna be for something else that I'm working on my other channel. So that's coming eventually. But yeah. So ideally, then I really wish I could find a way to just whisper like this, but still capture my mouth moving. I wish it would work, but you can't win them all. Yeah, and then also, I may trip up over my words a little bit, just because with this setup, I cannot properly hear myself through my actual, through the earphones. So I have to listen back live using the, it's OBS has this thing where you can hear how your audio is being processed with all the filters that are on it. But it comes at a slight delay. So it kind of makes you trip up over your words a little bit. And so yeah, that might happen a little bit. I'll try to be careful doesn't always, I'm gonna have to work on that a little bit. Maybe I should just like record the background on its own and then put that on like its own video that I can darken a little bit. And then maybe it'll work better like that. So, what else? Yeah, it really is a little bit tricky to get the mouth movement at the same time as a good quality whisper like that. So, I might just like do this every once in a while. And I could actually also like fake move my lips like this. If I use my hands, it kinda like thinks it's my lips a little bit. And then okay, no, it's not working. But I don't know, maybe I'll figure out a way to make that work in the future. But like obviously I can go really close like that and it would pick it up a lot better. But it also picks up the computer fan. So I don't want that making it in too much. Like a little bit is good. Not good obviously, but a little bit is okay. And actually something else that I have to do is like whisper louder. It's kind of annoying. I can't do like my super gentle, soft whisper like that. I have to like enunciate, project the whisper, because I'm a little bit further. So it might sound a little bit strained, but obviously I still know how to make a somewhat relaxing whisper. It's not like those people, if you've ever seen like people who don't really get ASMR try it. They kind of whisper like, hey, hello. And it's really grating on the ears and sound. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that, at least. And I've gotten pretty good at being able to whisper without letting my actual voice sort of slip through. I hear that fairly often in ASMR videos where they'll be trying to whisper, a little bit further from the mic. And so they're trying to project it out a little bit, but then their voice slips through, and that can be a little jarring sometimes, so make sure that won't happen either. But yeah, I can also test out the controller in the background. Mix it through a little bit. But it's not that loud. Not that loud. Okay. there's like a better angle I can hold the mic at, maybe like that. That's pretty good actually. It's just barely picking up my lips, but also picking up a little bit of a better whisper. Or maybe if I tilt my head, that kind of works too. Because I can just barely see my lips peeking over the mic. Anyway, let's do this a little bit. It's gonna mess up the mouth, but I would like to have a little bit of a close whisper, breathy as well. I can take off the pop filter on the mic. But that'll make the computer fan really, really, really loud. I'll show you. I will have to cut it though, because it's really loud. Taking it off. So, there we go. Okay. So, computer fan makes it through a lot better. But my whisper also makes it through a lot easier, and actually this way you can get the close whisper while also still being able to see my mouth moving. So maybe I should do this, I don't know. But the only thing is like, is the computer fan too much? It's definitely possible that it is, but at the same time, if there's gameplay in the background anyway, there's a little bit of like a distraction. And so maybe it's not as bad. You can also hear like the mouth sounds a lot better, and then like the plosive sounds from the so anyway, this video specifically is going to be still sort of like tailored for ASMR, but to some extent I'm also testing out like the full limit of how the voice sounds and like what gets picked up. Is there anything that's too jarring or aggressive, or also like how loud the background noises make it into the audio? So, because of that, I am recording fairly late, which I do often anyway, but I needed to ensure that I was doing that just because that's a time where a lot of cars drive by, and so I need to sort of hear what that sounds like, and then I wonder if I can put multiple different things covering my computer fan. Maybe I should try that. Also, a car just drove by. I'm gonna leave that in there just to see how it sounds. But, there we go. Fold it up. And then, if I slowly rip it, I gotta make sure to like not fully complete the rip, because when you rip something at the end there's a loud so pretty cool. It's a little hard to control. I'll do it a little bit further from the mic, that way I can be a little more careless with it. Okay. Something weird is happening. Every once in a while my recording is like freezing and the audio gets glitchy. I don't know what that's about, but I suspect that it has to do with like me using the low powered setting, or like the low fan noise silent setting on my laptop. That always screws with everything. And so it makes it like glitchy, or like things just don't run as efficiently. So I'm gonna test out something else. I'm gonna cut it here, and we're gonna try without the model. And then I'm gonna move the laptop further away. This is what I used to do for some of my previous ASMR gaming videos. So I might just have to do that. So I'll test it out. And then I can use the better normal setting for my computer fan. Yeah, so I'm gonna test that out as well. And then I'll tag that on at the end, just so you can hear what that sounds like. And I'll put this back on. Pop filter back on. And then I should be able to talk like this for the entire time, which is just like a much better quality whisper. Much more gentle, much more breathy, much more deep, much more, yeah, just like all around better. But, yeah, so let's first start by turning this off. Maybe that's causing my glitchiness issue. I'm just gonna see if that fixes that. Maybe I cannot use that. It's definitely no. this sound. Honestly, I think it sounds the best. It's just so much cleaner, and I can stay. Oh, the jacket fell. That's okay. The computer fan's not gonna be an issue. I'm gonna wait a little bit just to see sort of what it's like with the computer fan running. Like, I have my Vtuber studio open, which is the thing that uses the most resources and therefore makes the computer fan run the loudest. But if I was actually using this setup, I wouldn't be having that open, so it probably wouldn't get this loud. That's just for me to check to see like the max possible computer fan interference. So this is the worst that this setup will ever sound, really. And so, yeah, I think this is good, but, you know, maybe it's important to have the Vtuber model. I don't know, we'll see. But there is also this even closer no pump filter right next to my mouth. It's gonna be really breathy. You can hear everything. So actually maybe this is the best. Okay, hold on. I gotta get a little further away. It's picking up a little too much breath. Mostly from my nose. So I gotta keep it at least far enough that that's not an issue, while still picking up like some of the breathiness from my mouth. So this is probably better, but who knows, maybe more like maybe more like that. Yeah, that's not too much nose breath, but it's a good amount of mouth breath, cleanliness, closeness, all that stuff. And yeah, it makes a massive difference just having the computer off to the side instead of right in front. So yeah, let me know what you think, but I think my opinion is pretty set here. I think it's pretty obvious. But yeah. Anyway, oh, actually, if this sounds good, I could also like just use this every once in a while for my whispering videos. Because in terms of whispering, it is nice to be able to go from ear to ear every once in a while, but at the same time, it's hard to do that and have a video. I'd have to do like 2 separate recordings to make that work. now there's a plane going by. It's getting to be proper official morning, and I can no longer get clean audio, so I gotta wrap it up now. And yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know which setup sounds the best to you. And yeah, I hope even though some of the parts have like very loud computer fan, I hope you are still able to relax. And I hope you enjoyed. Thank you. By the way, let me know if this one that I'm whispering, how I'm whispering right now, is your favorite. Because I actually, at very last second, just like, I'm holding